Welcome to businesstraining.com and how to run effective meetings. Welcome everyone. The objective of this presentation is to provide you a base to be able to conduct effective meetings. If you are the leader or the organizer of a meeting, there are a couple of important points to consider. Let's talk about them one by one. The first one is to always be well prepared. Each meeting should have a well-defined purpose or objective that answers the question why this meeting is necessary. There are many possible reasons to organize a meeting. For instance, to solve a problem or to make decisions. It can also be planning, coordination, or the kicking off of a project. There should also be an aim to each meeting. Aim is the outcome or an end product that you want to reach by the end of the meeting. Aim can be a to-do list or an action plan. Both the purpose of the meeting and its aim should be communicated before the meeting. It is best if you put it within the invitation. When organizing a meeting, you should plan carefully the list of participants. You can do so by asking questions like, who has the decision power? Who is affected? Whose support is needed? Who else can add value to the topic? Each meeting should also have an agenda. Again, it is best if you can send it together with the meeting invitation. It gives the opportunity to the participants to contribute to the agenda if they feel it is needed, or they can decide if the meeting is relevant to them. Sometimes in large organizations, it does happen that there are people who are invited that should not be there. The structure of the agenda depends on the complexity of the meeting and the meeting topics. If necessary, plan breaks to increase productivity. Also consider if some of the participants are not interested in all the items or should not be involved. Try to plan the flow of the meeting that such participants can come later or leave the meeting earlier. Although it is only logistics, if anything is missing from the meeting equipment, it may ruin the professional impression that you want to make. So let's think about these items. You need to have all the extension cables available. It is also suggested that you plan to have a spare LAN cable to be able to connect to the network just in case. If you think about your agenda, you can decide if there are any needed flip charts, blank papers, notepads, pencils that you might need to give to participants. It is also good to have a precise clock somewhere in the room that can be followed easily. If the participants do not know each other, it is also helpful to prepare name badges. Now that you have thought about your material, let's think about the room setup. Think about the seating plan. It also determines the participation of the people. The arrangement of the seats plays a big part. A theater shape can often end up in lower participation of your participants. So think about arranging your participants in smaller tables or around one bigger table. Think about your agenda and the aim for the meeting. It will imply which seating is the best. Make sure all technical equipment works properly. To do that, it is suggested that you go to the meeting room 40 to 60 minutes earlier to arrange a setup. It is enough time for you to try everything, the projector, the laptop, the microphone, and ask for help to fix it if something does not work. During this time, you can also check other logistics such as serving of drinks or food in the breaks, lunchtime, or anything else as you need. Remember, you can also rearrange the seating arrangement as spoke about earlier. Now let's talk about how to lead the meeting. You have prepared everything, sent out the invitations with the agenda and pre-work. You have made sure the room setup and the logistics are arranged and everything works just fine. Now the meeting starts. Although the agenda was sent out before, it is a good idea to repeat it in the beginning of the meeting. It also helps to refresh the memories from the invitations. Not everybody remembers, and also making sure if all participants are aligned and nobody has anything else to add. After the agenda is introduced, it is a good idea to establish ground rules and to show the logistics to the participants. The following are some great examples of ground rules. To be on time. Confidentiality. Only one person talking at a time. No background conversations, mobile switched off, etc. If you are the leader of the meeting, your task is to control the meeting process. What does it mean? You have to watch the timing and to make sure the discussions are going to the direction that is relevant to the meeting objective. You can help the group focus and indicate if you are running out of time. You can also remind the group of the aims of the meeting and summarize it if it is appropriate. Even during the meeting, it is recommended to collect the next steps or action to be taken after the meeting. Each point should tell who should do what and by when. In the end of the meeting, each next step should be reviewed, and if anything is missing, it should be added. After the meeting, a meeting summary can be sent out to summarize the next steps, decisions to be taken, and problems that remained unresolved. Finally, it is a good idea if you lead longer meetings or trainings, even to provide opportunities to participants to give feedback either in writing or verbally. It will help you to improve your abilities to run a meeting. Let's recap on what we have talked about. What are the most important parts to run an effective meeting? Always be well prepared. Organize as much as possible in advance. Think about the list of participants and the agenda carefully. Make sure before the meeting that all logistics, room setup, technical requirements work properly. Once you are in the meeting, be there and be in control of the flow to reach the meeting aim and the objective that you communicated to the participants before they arrived. Thank you once again for your time and attention, and this is businesstraining.com, where you can earn a master's level qualification to make more money.